Okay, so I gave a hint last week about today's episode, and I'm sure you figured it out by now, right? Well, in case you didn't, there it is. Mega Man, or as he was originally known in Japan, Rockman. The idea of a Mega Man Metroid crossover seems pretty cool. Maybe we'll get that one day. But for today, we're doing Mega Man 6 on NES, the very last one that was released.
Hey! Hey!
Oh gosh, do you hear that? What is it this time?
Listen. I was thinking...
You're not very good at that.
The thing is, we're doing these games in reverse order. Well, I say we, but you are doing them. But it's just kind of weird to do the Mega Man series in reverse order.
Your mom is gonna do...
So here's what I want. Anytime a sequel shows up, I want you to skip it till we get to the original game.
What? Won't this make it kind of confusing as we get further down the list?
It shouldn't. But I have a game that'll help you with your number skills.
Okay, sure. Which one is that?
It's a number adventure starring a famous mouse.
Oh, come on. Haven't I played enough games from franchises based on the Big D already?
Just shut up and play the game.
No. You can't just make me play the game. I guess we are actually doing this. So the story is Petey has stolen number molds, and Sheriff Donald is really mad about that. Since Don is short for Donald, and he is really mad, I wanted to make a Mad Men Don Draper reference. The pieces are all here, but I can't put it together, so here's a picture of John Hamm. Good old Mouse Boy says he will get the numbers back. He looks really weird in a red shirt. Draw from that whatever conclusions you want. He's wearing a red shirt, so what? The title screen says plural, adventures in Numberland. However, the box says singular, adventure in Numberland. And if you look at the startup screen, it just says, well, yeah. Considering this is supposed to be an educational game, Beam Software and High Tech are not off to a great start. We're given a choice of normal, advanced, and super advanced. Being that I do not want to go through this game 3 times, I am opting for the super advanced setting. I looked into it and found out that the only big difference is the super advanced has more platforming elements and the ability to actually lose a life, but the aspect of collecting the numbers doesn't really change. We have an overworld screen with different levels to choose from, but let's start with the Number City. In level 1, we need to find the number 1. We have some obvious platforming elements, and they control pretty well. Mickey can shoot bubblegum, which I do on accident because I'm used to holding that button to run. There are these TV microwave screens counting up numerically, but what we are really looking for is the floating number 1 way over here. And then to exit, we Clark Kent our way into a phone booth and then get sucked down into the earth before solving a math equation. In the next level, I need to find, you guessed it, the number 2. Maybe this is because it is super advanced, but you do need to do some exploration to find the number that you need. It's not as bad as, say, collecting gems, but you do have to explore. If only our mouse friend could collect the other numbers along the way, he would be done by now. Hey, did you know 4 plus 7 equals 11? Next, Draper Duck catches some boxes that can jump on their own. Moving right along, Red Shirt Mouse Man finds the number 3, then 4, then 5, then, you guessed it, 6, and then we find 7 in a number museum, followed by, what else, number 8. And why did we have to hunt down numbers if there's a museum dedicated to numbers? And for a museum of numbers, they sure have some fancy chandeliers and priceless dinosaur artifacts hanging around. Now that numbers 1 through 8 have been collected, a road to Petey's hideout is magically paved. I wonder if we will have to fight Artie, the strongest man in the world. Oh wait, I'm thinking of Pete and Pete. We get inside and I fall right past that number 9. Oh, you jerk. Hey, so did you know there's an easy way to figure out if a big number is a multiple of 9? Just take the individual numbers and add them together. If it adds up to 9 or a different multiple of 9, then your original number is a multiple of 9. Like 5,031. 5 plus 0 plus 3 plus 1 equals 9. Therefore, 5,031 is a multiple of 9. I don't know if that was important right now, but there you go. I work my way up to get the number 9, find my way out of the level before going back in to find the only 2-digit number that appears, number 10. Find the exit and all the numbers start dropping out of the sky for some reason, and then Donnie says, "Thanks, pal," but he still looks pretty angry. Come on, man, I just went and saved all the numbers for you. Also, what about Petey? Does he just get away with stealing the numbers? No closure for him? Whatever. The credits start up to embarrass whichever humans were involved in this, and Sam Palahniuk? I wonder if there's any relation to... So that's it. I know it was kind of quickish, but they're just numbers. I mean, this is getting kind of old. Little too much disappointment. I need something with some action or mild fantasy violence.
Another game down, huh?
Yeah, but come on, give me something good. First no Dinosaur Peak and now no Mega Man 6. And let me guess, you're gonna make me skip Star Tropics 2 Zoda's Revenge, right? Because it's a sequel?
Yes, but I have something pretty good. And it's actually good.
Somehow, I doubt it. If that isn't one of the best 8-bit intros I've ever heard, I mean, maybe even the best. What game is this? Time Diver Avenger? Who or what is Nitra? So a cursory glance through the internet revealed some interesting information. The game's publisher, Nitra, is short for Nitra Semiconductor Company. What? It turns out that Time Diver Avenger from Nitra is actually Time Diver Eon Man by Taito. Eon Man was fully developed, received a spot in Nintendo Power Volume 45, and has a copyright of 1993, but the game was never released. It isn't clear why Eon Man was never commercially released, but Nitra, whoever they really are, got their hands on Eon Man, updated the title screen, and released the game into the, and I'm quoting the internet here, the Asian game market in 1994. Did Nitra have permission from Taito? Are they a subsidiary of Taito? Is it a group of hackers? Who knows, but Avenger is the same exact game as Eon Man. Even the music from the title screen is unchanged. That intro, it's just so good. Now, before anybody makes a big case out of it, I want to explain why this game is showing up now. Since episode 1, we have been working backwards through NES games from 1994, and we aren't quite through that year yet. Eon Man was technically never released, so I'm not considering the 1993 copyright here. Avenger, on the other hand, was technically released sometime in 1994, and even though unlicensed, I'm going to count it as 1994, and for that reason, I'm going to play the Avenger version. Not that it makes a difference, they are the same game, and now that I have heard that intro song, I can't turn away. The story here is some guy named Dan is attacked by unidentified men. What, did they forget their IDs? Dan creepily takes the guy home and interrogates him on his couch and finds out that his name is Time Diver. Coincidentally, Dan's child from the future invents the technology that lets Time Diver dive through time. Get it? Some evil corporation called Ramadrux wants to prevent this. I mean... Enough! We know how this works. We all know about Terminator. Can we get to the game? Dan asks what Time Diver wants, and Time Diver is all like, "Here, put on my clothes and start jumping through time to save your family and friends." Can I play the game yet? Dan's brother is kidnapped in 1993. Fine. Whoa, another great song. And I found the beef store in case anyone needs some beef. Time Diver Dan punches and jumps. He has a life meter. We are moving to the right. Make it inside where a dude drips into existence. Weird. and then you double kick off the walls to move up. I'm getting a Mega Man, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Batman vibe. There's a special move that drains from the arts meter down in the bottom corner. It shoots this wave thing at enemies. Actually pretty cool. We're actually off to a pretty good start. If anyone is looking for Bill or Pepper, I found them back outside. This is supposed to be the peaceful 1993? Then why am I being attacked? I'd like to go in this cafe, but the doorman is a ninja practicing sword moves, so I better not. Back inside, I find a Frankenstallone? Yeah, it's Sylvester Stallone walking around like Frankenstein. Now, before anybody super nerds out, I know it's not Frankenstallone. It's Dr. Frankenstallone's monster. Common mistake. I make it to the first boss, who throws footballs and charges me repeatedly, and I manage to let him beat me, but I try again, and after however many punches, he switches teams. Punch him some more, and he explodes into a million pieces. Whoa! I free someone tied up, and it's my brother. Oh, excuse me, it's someone whose name is Brother. How lazy. And he very casually tells me to take a powerful new weapon and go into the past. So we went from a variant of Terminator to a variant of Back to the Future? Oh, sweet. A horse. You can't really interact with it. Did you know blue was a very popular color for cowboys in 1882? Again, the music, it's so good. Also, if anybody is looking for any after-school or extracurricular activities, they can join the Bad Club. Never heard of them? They are a feeder group for the club kids. Remember that new weapon Brother gave me? Well, it lets me somersault through chocolate brownie tunnels. The next area, you get chased by a cart with spinning ninja star ornaments, but don't even think about getting comfortable. The colored block changing thing has to make an appearance. It's not as bad as Mega Man, but you better master it. The boss here in the 1880s looks like The Thing had a love spawn with Swamp Thing. He rolls around and shoots wow-wows out of his chest. What a weird attack. Maybe he's mad that he has double clear eyes. He turns red and gets another punch before exploding like the football-throwing guy. Free somebody again and his name is Ancestor? Oh wait, is he my ancestor? Again, how lazy. He gives me another weapon and we are off to 2052. Now we are in the future and there's a new song here. I know I am repeating myself a lot, but the music is very catchy. And this time, the new special weapon actually does something useful. See here? Freezes time, or at least freezes enemies in place for a little while, and all it costs is temporary color blindness. Kinda useful. We have seen enough of the game so far to get the gist. It's a solid action platformer, cut from the same cloth as titles like Mega Man, Metroid, Castlevania, or Ninja Gaiden. Time Diver is not as high of a tier as those titles, but it is absolutely the best platformer to appear on this series so far. The controls are solid, the wall kicking is fine, the stage design and boss fights vary it up. Some shortcomings are definitely the special move system, of which there are only 5 special moves, and only 2 or 3 of them actually do anything useful during normal play. One of the special moves serves only one purpose, to make the final boss appear later in the game. There are only 5 total levels, granted each level has subsections in a boss fight, but it does feel on the short end. But hey, quality over quantity, right? I don't like to use terms like hidden gems, but I gotta say, this one is at the very least a pleasant surprise. Now, I hate to just rush to the end, because I like to play these games and beat them, but the music, I think it's taking over.
Diver, time diver, Avenger.
Or is it Eon, man?
Not quite MacGyver.
He's just a kid whose name is Dan. If he wasn't punching through the show up with bad attitudes, they brought pepper, I brought meat, now this is what I'm gonna do. The boss can kiss my fist and I will teach him how to count right after my uppercut makes him explode. 2, 3, 4. Dodging monorails and falling down, punching orbs and robot dogs as they were rising from the ground. A spiky blue ball wants to get in my way, but I'm fighting a blue brain on my giant green face. Hey, what you think about that? Red, cream, blue, block swaps, and also a ninja, laser wall projections, and riding sound waves. Frankenstallone, leave me alone, Nindevil on an elbow. Beat a boss and beat another, he explodes, and here's my brother. Sound waves drop me in electricity from infinity back to 1993. on fire. Falling down some more and punch two guys at the same time, spitting through a chocolate tunnel. Or is it poop slime? Hadn't thought about it, hope it isn't. Then again, who knows? Travel to the future and I do not have a spare change of clothes. There's a pink fan, but is there a Darth Vader on that yellow Death Star? Maybe, but I'll see you later. I don't wanna find out, it's too much to put upon my shoulders while I'm walking on a space shuttle, trying to dodge space boulders. Free this lady right before the final boss, he's purple Pigo. Attack the robot eye and it explodes. The end.
Diver